wrong button. I did.
Okay, there we go.
Now, keep in mind, for everybody on Facebook, you get 60 seconds of exclusive content.
And YouTube.
And yes,
and
I'm on
YouTube.
Tatooine.
You are. You get 60 seconds of exclusive content on Facebook and YouTube because Twitch likes to play 60 seconds of ads. If you'd like to not see those ads, feel free to subscribe like JPR did. So,
Yes.
And get us some dollars to make
yeah,
this
there we
hollow.
go. It's Gather the Nerds.
There's probably no dollars there.
There's a couple dollars there. There's a few Star Wars bucks there. Space
There you
bucks.
go.
Space
Yeah,
bucks.
we have been playing Pokemon Shining Pearl. Harper she got it for Christmas. Oh my gosh.
Diamond.
It is so fun.
Mhm.
Like the three of us are playing it. That's the weirdest part. Like it's not something I thought we would get into, but all three of us are. It's awesome.
I totally have the wrong title on the Twitch stream. It still says 187. Hold please.
How did that happen? Because I fixed it all.
So what's
you messed it up.
What is in the Twitch creator dashboard overrides everything, no matter what you have.
Gotcha.
As long as something's there. Our subtitles, episode 188. Come for the bad puns, stay for the worst puns.
Nice.
Okay.
It is 188. Let me ask a question. Do you guys hear like a faint fan noise in the background? Yes, no?
No.
Sweet.
Let me turn my volume all the way up though. Negative.
Cool.
I switched laptops because I know my other one has some fan noise in it. So
I'll explain after or whatever. There's a lot of fans running in that closet behind me right now. So cool. All right. Well, we've got.
You're just creating a sauna. It's okay.
I really am. I am.
You're gonna exfoliate later. It's fine.
Sometimes you just gotta sweat it out. You just gotta. Get the bad out.
Yep. That's what we do.
It's true. All right. So we've got some TV, some movie stuff to talk about. Game stuff.
I heard there was some sports ball stuff we might talk about.
We have some sports ball stuff, but I like to wait for church for sports ball. Just because, I mean, we can still talk about it some, but
I'm good with waiting. It's fine.
I like to talk. I like church's sports ball.
He knows it.
He does.
True.
He knows it.
And we also have some random YouTube and other news as well. Speaking of Pokemon, let's start with Pokemon. So Logan Paul spends $3.5 million on this unopened case of Pokemon First Edition cards or whatever.
I saw that.
Because
it is fake.
It is fake.
We knew it was fake to begin with.
Well, probably. He said it was authenticated.
Did he really spend that money?
All this other stuff.
Did he really spend that money though, or is it just hype?
I think he it's like somebody bought it and then somebody bought it from him. He got it authenticated by somebody. So even if it's just hype at that point, like you're really trashing somebody's authentication name. Now, much like CBCS in the comic book world, he got it authenticated by BCBS or something. So it was somebody I hadn't really heard of. Now he did get reimbursed his $3.5 million.
Oh.
So he takes it. They end up opening this case, and it's full of GI Joe cards.
Awesome.
What?
Yeah. So
that's crazy. Did you see where he
Worth it.
made a table out of Game Boy Colors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta admit, it was kind of cool to see the video of it.
Yeah.
It is cool.
But
So when you have that kind of money, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. He was duped into buying $3.5 million of Pokemon cards.
Here's the thing: I wouldn't buy $30 worth of Pokemon right now, but $3.5 million, holy cow!
I don't know, man. Like he's also he went into a boxing match and he had a PSA 10 or 9 or something Charizard around his neck, made into a necklace.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, whatever, bro.
I just think it's interesting, and I'm not trashing them in any way. I just think it's interesting that he and his brother both have switched completely from doing all that viral stuff that they used to after everything that went down for them, and now they're boxing and making a ton of money to do stuff like this.
That and NFTs and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that is just impressive and crazy all in the same way.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of bros, before I forget,
Bro.
This
Bro,
is
bro.
Sam. Do you and Han ever listened to Armchair Expert, the podcast with Dak Shepard?
I think she has.
Okay, so Jeremy Renner is on. There's one he did like 2 episodes ago. Not they would have dropped Monday.
Really?
It is absolutely fascinating. I'm not going to spoil it. You're like as he
We'll look
starts
it up.
talking about things, you're going to realize when it was one of the most like entertaining 45 minutes. Like I didn't know anything about it. Like I thought I understood this guy. Not even close. Like so it's a really good podcast. So I'm just putting that out there. Armchair Expert in general is a really solid podcast. It's one of the few that I listen to like religiously. And it's usually like celebrities on Mondays and then experts on Thursdays. So he'll have psychologists or doctors or, all this other stuff. And so it's a really cool like differentiation between the two. It's entertaining. And one, he's just funny. Like, so yeah. So I would add that to your podcast listening queue.
We will absolutely do that.
So cool. Speaking of YouTube, you mentioned they went from YouTube and stuff like that. The most viral video of all time on YouTube, the first YouTube video to hit 10 billion views without looking at the agenda. Do you know what it is? It's not the dancing baby, which I was really disappointed in, to be honest with you.
I have no idea.
And it's not Rick Astley, right?
It is not Rick Astley. That also disappoints me more than I can say.
I'm actually shocked about that one.
Yeah. It's
I have
freaking Baby Shark.
Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding me.
Baby Shark. 10 billion views.
Huh. Okay.
The first YouTube video to hit 10 billion views.
I like Sam's response. Huh. Okay.
No, I get it. I mean, for the target audience to have that video just like on a loop,
But it's the song of a cheater. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, like
just putting that out there.
Yeah. So as of this airing right now, 10 billion 5,852,968 views.
So many.
Okay. Well, I wonder what the original Rick roll has. The official. Okay. Now this is not a number to scoff at by any means. I'm rickrolling myself as this is going on. 1.13 billion views.
Okay.
Holy cow.
There you go.
And here's the great thing about it. It is on his official channel and he has 2.83 million subscribers. That dude's making bank from this video.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, he might as well.
Hey, May 15th, if you're in Kansas City, he's playing the T-Mobile Center.
See what I'm saying? I mean, the funny part about that is like, that's such a generational song that at the time, none of us had a problem with, right? Like it was just the song. But because people use it as like a trick, now it's like, I hate that song.
I still quite enjoy it.
I mean, it's divisive,
but
but
you can never give it up, all right?
I can never get it up, and it never lets me down. I'm never going to desert it. Like, that's fine.
Or hurt you.
It's never going to hurt me.
So I still have a clip of Nick singing Baby Shark.
Nice.
And I just want to say I'm really disappointed that didn't give us even a cut of that, 10 billion views.
I'm telling you, that song, man, that was played around here a lot, and I'm glad she's out of that phase. I'm glad she's out of that phase. Holy cow.
We need to get to, let's see, where do we want to be?
10 billion views?
May 15th, Kansas City. He's playing the T-Mobile Center.
Okay.
Because he goes back, that's the nearest event. May 14th, there's some time zone shenanigans happening here. May 14th, he's playing in the UK. May 15th, he's playing to Kansas City. I don't think there's a direct flight between the UK and Kansas City. Just gonna probably put that out there. He's playing Houston, then Edinburgh, Texas. Then he takes a week off and he goes to LA, Las Vegas, Denver, Rosemont, Illinois, Toronto, Boston.
Wow.
If he was in Denver during Denver Comic-Con, like during that time, I would totally go. Just to say I've been to a Rick Astley concert. I'll buy a t-shirt.
Buy a t-shirt, yeah.
Like maybe get a program.
I really hope he comes out and he says, "No, I'm not singing that song.
I'll play anything but this.
Never again."
Then he wouldn't be truthful to his lyrics.
Yeah, you're giving up, Rick. You're letting me down. You're running around and hurting me. Like,
crowd be chanting, "Let us down, let us down."
Oh, yeah. Holding their lighters up.
Yep. And that, my friends, is how Rick Astley just ceases to exist from this world.
He gets canceled.
He gets canceled not because he did anything wrong, other than he wouldn't play the biggest musical meme of all time.
All time.
Like,
well, it's second.
Well,
yeah, true.
I guess that's technically true.
By a YouTube count.
But just think about it. Like, what if Baby Shark became a meme as well? And it's like, oh, you got sharked.
Oh, no.
Give the
Please tell me
internet
we're not
time.
gonna start that.
Yeah.
Do it.
If that starts in about a week, because we really do have a tendency to like will things into existence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm game. I want my money.
This is Nick's problem. We're not responsible for any of this.
Just pay me my dollars.
So,
well, you know,
man.
if you start it, that means your face is going to be on the meme, so it'll be like you on a shark.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Just picture it.
I mean, I want my money for that one that just popped up too.
Oh boy. I guess we got to talk about the sad, like, okay, the first 2 episodes we're doing this year, and like there's sad news in both of them. Bob Saget passes away. It was Betty White last week. Bob Saget this week.
Did they ever say anything that happened about what happened to Bob Saget?
So they haven't really released anything. There's been some like whatever tabloid this or that said basically like when he was found, like he had his hands on his chest. And so, I mean, to me, it kind of screamed heart attack.
Yeah.
But you know, that's.
I saw that Betty White had passed from a stroke that she.
It was
had
a stroke,
a day or
yeah.
so prior. Yeah.
And so it's sad because it's Bob Saget. I mean, we grew up with Bob Saget. You know, we grew up with Full House, and then you also forget it's easy to forget the fact that he's also the voice of Ted in How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. So TMZ is saying that he was tucked in his bed whenever he was found. So he in his sleep, I guess. So, yeah. But he had just gotten over COVID. They said he had just done a show that night.
Wow.
And so, you know, it'll be a while, but super sad. He was 65. So we need, I'll take a week with no death for 500, please.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about fun things. Let's talk about boxing robots. So I completely forgotten about this movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Real Steel with Hugh Jackman.
I watched it a long time ago and have not watched it since.
Like,
is that the one where he has the mullet, or is that
that's Van Helsing?
No, no, there's a newer one. What is it?
Reminiscence.
No,
the musical
got
one.
A robot in it, and it's got Die Antwoord in it.
It's got who in it?
Die Antwoord, the rap group from South Africa.
Oh,
Ninja and his. I can't think of what the Jolena, something like that.
Jolene?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jolene.
It's a movie. It's a yellow robot. It's a cop robot that gets repurposed. I think Hugh Jackman's in it. Chappie. That's the name.
Is that Logan? Is Professor X a robot?
Yeah.
It's Chappie.
He was half robot.
Oh no, Chappie is not Hugh Jackman. That is what's his name? I can't remember.
Hugh Jackman.
Not Hugh Jackman.
It's Hugh Jackman.
His name is not Hugh Jackman.
It actually is.
In Chappie?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Really? He's not the main guy in Chappie, is he?
No, the main guy is Ninja from Die Antwoord.
Okay. I don't know.
Nick told you.
I thought Chappie
Bruh,
was.
Come on, man.
I thought Chappie was somebody else.
Don't test my cred.
Nah, I just looked it up. Hugh Jackman as Vincent Moore.
Booyakasha.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm thinking
Okay,
of.
don't
I'm
gloat.
thinking of the guy who the Charlton
Act like you've been
Copley.
there.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, robots there, but that is not the robot we're speaking about. We are speaking about Real Steel, which was released in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years ago. Question is, does this movie hold up? The film takes
Yes.
place in a not too distant future in which human boxers have been replaced with giant fighting robots.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
It was then remade as Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim 2 Uprising.
So is this a movie or it's a show?
This
It's a
is so
series.
it's in the early stages of development over at Disney Plus.
They're actually making a show,
About
a series
Yeah.
about the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they're making a
They're
series
making a
about the making of Real Steel.
Is it going to be like
nothing-
the Matrix?
Using nothing but behind the scenes footage. Here's the other thing too. Like
I think it'd
Anthony
be cool.
Mackie's in that movie.
Yeah.
Evangeline Lilly's in that movie. Like
Yeah.
Carl Yoon is Johnny Tran
Yeah.
from Fast and the Furious.
You
Oh,
had-
Look who's here. Look
Hey,
who's here. It's Josh. Good to see you, Rev. So
Yeah, Real Steel had every reason to succeed. And if it's not in your mind, it should be.
it
Well,
did. It
maybe in
grossed
the back.
$300 million worldwide on a budget of $110 million. So did good money.
Good show.
So now
just
the question is, does it hold up?
yes.
So between now and next week's show, I'm gonna watch Real Steel.
there you go.
Yeah.
So
And we're gonna see
just
if it
for
holds up.
reference, the name I was trying to think of was Yolandi. That's the other. That's the other counterpart to Die Antwoord, if I'm saying the name right.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Josh says his rash cleared right up there next.
That's
So
great, Josh. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm happy for you, Josh. We all are.
Same.
I mean, I kind of wonder about, like you're saying, clearly Pacific Rim is the next evolution of Real Steel.
For sure.
Like-
You go from human-sized robots to
Yeah.
giant-sized robots.
So it's like
Kaiju
Pokemon,
size
but it's like Pokemon robots.
Exactly. There's got to be a middle evolution between the Charmander and Charizard.
Is
That's gotta
the is-
be- yeah.
I've seen Real Steel, but it's been a while ago. Is it the one where they're like they wear something and they are teaching it to box? Is that kind of what
I
it
think,
is?
yeah, I
typically-
think you're
Yeah, typically their AI or whatever
Okay.
boxes on their own. And in this case, Hugh Jackman is a former boxer, not to spoil it for you, Kev, who decides he's going to go ahead and take it on himself.
why am I gonna
And-
watch it at all now?
And he teaches the robot. And I don't remember. I feel like there was a part where he ends up like
There's some
actively boxing.
there's some
but-
challenge to overcome. Does
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman fight a robot?
I mean, it's like
I'm
there's a
gonna watch
neural
this
link.
tonight.
Yeah,
He is with the ring.
Hugh Jackman
What are
fights a
you worried
robot. Yep, that's it.
And if he sings while he does it,
Mhm.
it's like the greatest showman robot, the greatest robot showman.
I mean, yeah, there's a ring.
It's true.
Crowd.
I mean, you're not wrong. We need a new segment, mashing up Hugh Jackman movies. Like, yes,
we'll
the
come up
greatest
with
sword,
a
the
graphic
greatest
by next week.
swordfish, or
The greatest swordfish.
oh boy. So yeah, basically Disney Plus is trying to, go. I forgot that it was a Disney movie. And so at that point, so Disney's obviously trying to use the material they already have. And they're also doing I think we may or may not have talked about this. They're doing a National Treasure show minus Nick Cage, which I think is terrible.
That's a mistake.
I
Who
hope
are
he
they going
makes
to put in his place?
not Nick Cage, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
So, yeah,
we watched Jungle Cruise this week. I'm going to vote for The Rock.
Nice. Let me ask you about Jungle Cruise, because we saw that in the theater. Seemed a little dark for a kids movie.
Oh yeah.
Did it also feel did it feel overly long to you? Like that movie's deceptively long. It's like 220, which is really long for a kids movie.
Yeah.
I think for if you look at it as a kids movie, yeah, probably too long. But like as a family movie where you can kind of, have a good time watching it, I think it was great. We watched it over two nights. We watched all but maybe 20 minutes of it and then finished it the rest the next day.
Did I think it was too long? No, but we did split it up into 2 nights.
To be fair, here's the reality though.
We could make it 2 hours. We couldn't make it 20 more minutes.
It was bedtime. And trust me,
speaking
it's
of which,
time to go to bed when it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's bedtime. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Why do we need to make this 2 hours? We made it 20 minutes.
We watched it all in one setting and we enjoyed it. But
I enjoyed it. It was, to me, it was The Mummy, not Tom Cruise, but Brendan Fraser meets Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. A little too much Pirates of the Caribbean.
A little, yeah. It's like, what footage from Pirates do we have that we didn't use?
Yeah.
Snake Man, B-Dude. Like
cursed. Oh man, what was it? Oh yeah, they had the gold coins in Pirates. That's what it was.
Yeah, because they stole the coins. So all right. So my homework is between now and next show to watch Real Steel.
Yep,
I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Yeah, I think I'll watch it too. Is it on Disney Plus by chance?
I would assume so.
It's a good question.
That is a good question. Well, Sam is looking that up because I assume that's what he's doing. Something else I'll probably end up watching some this weekend. Peacemaker got dropped on HBO Max. It is certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't watched any of it. I just know that it's certified fresh.
And what is this?
Peacemaker. From Suicide Squad, John Cena.
Oh.
I saw an interview.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to watch a little bit of it and tell me if I need to finish that god-awful second movie in order to enjoy this show. Because I'm telling you, I saw that movie the other day and I was like, oh, how far did I make it to that? Like an hour. I can't.
I assume that you'd probably be able to watch it without it. I would assume.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I also don't know that you would necessarily enjoy it because the Suicide Squad is also certified fresh. And so I don't know. It looks funny to me.
I can think of a couple of things that was fresh, but not good.
No,
I didn't like it. Did you like it?
I had no problem with it. I thought it was fun. Going into it, I had an expectation of what it was going to be, which was DC's Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. But DC is darker and grittier and nastier and whatever, and it was a hard R. And so that's what it was.
I'm not laughing at you. Josh is tormenting me again.
Josh, if you're going to torment him, you need to do it like live. I will put these comments. I will click the comments and I'll put them up.
Here's the thing. That would be a career ender for us all, what he just said. So let's not.
Josh, please censor your comment.
I mean, I'm talking all four of us in that situation.
Nice. I'll ban you if I have to.
So Real Steel is only available on HBO and Amazon Prime, apparently.
I've got HBO and Amazon Prime. We're good.
I'll check that out because I don't know that it's. I mean, I know I've seen it, but I don't think I've seen it.
I know that I've seen it, but it is not enough in my head to remember exactly what happens. But because it's a Disney movie, you figure there's probably a child involved at some point, and Hugh Jackman wins.
I know for a fact there's a child involved.
You know what another great movie is that involves a child and a father figure who goes on to win things.
Oh no!
Over this Top with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah, is that a Disney movie?
That is not a Disney movie.
I was like, wait, where are we going with this? Yes.
Yeah. Speaking also of
just
random
watch Over the Top one night, and she was like, "What is this?" I'm like,
amazing.
No idea.
Okay, I have a comment from Josh. Prepare yourself. Shocking.
Questionable comments there.
He says the Bible, also not a Disney movie.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Can I tell you the most disappointing point of Netflix taking over Cobra Kai is that they don't have the original Karate Kids on Netflix anymore.
Oh, I know. It's the worst.
The most disappointing thing. I own the movies, so it's not that big of a deal, but like it's a hassle to find the DVD and then put it in the DVD player. Like I'm lazy at this point with watching movies. I just want to click and go.
Okay. So let me ask this question. How far are you into the new season of Cobra Kai?
Finished it like a week ago.
Okay. I can't.
I'm gonna rewatch it.
I can't get past episode 1.
Dude, you gotta just. I'm saying.
I can't. The teenage angst is just dripping from the walls. I can't handle it.
Here's the thing. Eat the cheese. It doesn't. It's just delicious. Just eat it.
I can't do it, man.
What did I tell Barry? Or was that Barry? No, it was Barry that said that. I said, what did I say? Oh, I sent a meme and it was like, I eat all the cheese.
Here's my problem with it. You have the teenage angst or whatever, which you just can't seem to get over, and like some teenager's angry at some teenager because something another teenager did. But this show, for whatever reason, the acting in it has regressed so hard. It's like people are reading from cue cards now. I just can't do it.
Hey, here's the thing. I will say it gets better. If you get past the first episode, it gets better. But the angst is still there because they're teenagers. Here's the thing. I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 this week.
Oh, man.
Harper, and it is as angsty as Cobra Kai.
Oh, that's garbage.
No. You mean the old?
They're reptilian. They're turtles. They don't feel
teenage boys. They're as angsty as could be.
They are not human.
I'm saying, watch the two together, and you're gonna be like, "Holy cow, this is just like Cobra Kai."
I got to the first episode of Cobra Kai. I'm just like, can I watch another? No, I can't. I just can't do it. And then I started watching Yellowstone. Holy crap! Now that's television. That is one of the best dramas I've seen in probably 10 years. So good.
Yellowstone. Are you gonna start changing your fits?
Changing my what?
Your fits, your clothing.
No.
Have you seen those memes? It's like season 1, Yellowstone, and like the guy's like slightly farmer country looking dressed. It's like season 6, and he comes in looking just like the character. It's hysterical.
I
have heard that Yellowstone is amazing, and I want to see it.
It's really good.
But I'm telling you, get past the angst.
I'm gonna try.
Just know that it's not great acting.
Maybe Real Steel is going to put me on a pretty big. Maybe Real Steel will put me on a pretty big high, and I'll be able to survive like an hour of Cobra Kai. Maybe that gets me there. I don't know. Should
this be a segment moving forward? Things we recommend people not watch? Because I've got one I'd like to contribute.
Okay, what do we got?
The Dan Brown show on I think it's Paramount.
Is that the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah, the Da Vinci Code guy. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is it a series like a Da Vinci Code series, or what is it?
Yeah. Yep. Da Vinci Code series.
Like puzzle pieces
terrible
around in his head.
It was a little unpleasant.
Does the person have the Tom Hanks mullet like he did the movies?
He doesn't.
Oh, well, then at that point, I mean, how am I supposed to believe it's real?
The show is what convinced me that Tom Hanks is amazing, because the movie I was okay with. I wasn't a fan, but I was okay with it. But the show I'm very much against, and I'm convinced the only difference is Tom Hanks.
You're probably right. Or the Illuminati has gotten to you. One of the two.
Well, I will say this about Cobra Kai.
God.
It's
good to have you here, Josh.
Yeah. Sure it is. Cobra Kai is worth watching simply from the standpoint that they're constantly setting up further seasons. and by the end of this season, they set up season 5. Like, you just have to.
By the
understand,
time
it's all
season
cheesy.
5 hits,
They have
Daniel
Kirby
LaRusso's going to
playing
be
Hawk.
90.
Listen, they have Kirby Buckets playing Hawk. Okay,
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
that plays Hawk is Kirby Buckets. You're not. I mean, it's
I
not
don't
Tom
know.
Cruise or Tom Hanks. It's not even a Tom.
I don't. I just.
I mean,
it's
Not
tough,
even a
man.
Tom.
It's
Can I
tough.
make a recommendation?
Yes, please do.
Staged.
Stage. What is staged?
Staged. It is
summary and network, please.
So I'm not sure where it was originally, but it recently came to Hulu, and basically it's Michael Sheen and David Tennant. What is that? Come on, Michael Sheen and David Tennant.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the cheers and the.
Oh, I said I'm in when you said Michael Sheen.
Okay, thank you. Sitting around during the pandemic with nothing to do, yelling at each other and hating each other, but being best friends, and it's amazing.
Oh, I read. Yeah, somebody. One of them was talking about it on some podcast I was listening to. They were talking about. Somebody was talking about that type of thing or whatever. I like it. I'm gonna watch it.
It's really, really good. We've been binging it, and I think there's 2 seasons now. I think they may have set up a third. I'm not sure.
Nice.
But it's super good.
Something that not a lot of people watch, but some people actually enjoy, depending if you watch the director's cut or not, is
Real Steel?
Daredevil. Real Steel. Is Daredevil starring Ben Affleck? That Daredevil. Apparently, there's a rumor going around online that due to the fact that Doctor Strange is going to be in the multiverse of madness, that apparently they approached Ben Affleck allegedly to show up as Matt Murdock from the multiverse.
Oh man,
as Daredevil. Yes, I'm so in for this because like this will be the anti No Way Home. I'm not sure how people are going to respond to this. Said there was something I heard as well. I wouldn't expect a cameo. It would be interesting. There's been some articles out this week about it's Matt Damon's fault that he's not Batman anymore. But he basically said that he had a horrible time on Justice League and things like that. And then he goes and he does something like Last Duel, which did awful in the theaters, but is a really good movie. He said, I had so much fun. He's like, I don't want to do major IP ever again. He's like, I just want to do independent stuff and things like that. So whatever. Cool. I mean, Josh says new season of Discovery is good if you're not afraid of timely social commentary.
I mean, you have to admit, like, taking on the mantle of like a Batman or a Superman, like that's got to be a heavy burden.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're never gonna do it the way somebody thinks you should do it. Like, whereas Daredevil, when he did Daredevil, sure, maybe he wasn't exactly how everybody envisioned, but I mean, it was great for what it was back then.
Yeah,
and the only thing that would have made it cooler would be like if he really fought Kingpin and it was the same Kingpin we're seeing now. Like that would have been cool, but
yeah,
I mean, who thought back then that was even going to be a thing?
With Daredevil, like I think there was been Affleck hate at Daredevil, not Daredevil hate. You know what I mean? Not him as Daredevil. It was more directed at him at the time. The director's cut, and I've said this 1,000 times on this show, even though we have 188 episodes, so I average at least 6 per.
Feels about right.
Per show. Feels right. Is the director's cut of Daredevil is really good, mainly because Coolio's in it, but it is really good.
And he saved Joni's life once. I've told you that story.
We've heard this story. It's amazing. She owes, that means Joni owes Coolio a blood debt.
She lives in a gangster's paradise. It's all right.
True. So other DC movies, things like that is, they're shooting Batgirl right now, which is going to HBO Max. A couple interesting pictures have shown up. Here we go. Let's start with this one. Gotham Life, Vicky Vale, A Life Behind the Lens. Maybe we're going to see a new Vicky Vale. This is posted on Batgirl Film News at Daniel John Cavan posted this. And this is the one and no relation, by the way. And this is the one I am more excited about. That one right there. Court of Owls.
Oh,
The Court of Owls is such a cool story. So I'm hopeful, Sam Drink, that there will be
Just
some
water tonight.
some Court of Owls stuff in there. That could be really fun. So who knows? Let's see.
Has anybody seen anything about Mandalorian or not Mandalorian? Ahsoka?
Nothing.
Okay. Harper was asking me tonight. I don't know.
Not a thing. Not a thing. Before we get into some gaming stuff, let's talk about Sam's favorite topic of all time. Let's talk about Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
There's a Scott Pilgrim anime in the works at Netflix. Here's the thing. If Netflix wants to bring anything animated, I don't care what it is. I will likely watch it because the anime content at Netflix is just next level.
It is.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
I'm excited. I really liked, I wasn't a big fan of any of Scott Pilgrim stuff at all. And when I watched the movie, I absolutely fell in love with it. Like
I watched it about a month ago.
Great,
totally holds up.
So good.
Super good. Yeah.
I love that he orders something on Amazon and he sits by the door.
And here's the thing: isn't that movie pre-Prime?
Yes.
So it's like
it was Amazon Canada.
Amazon Canada. So at that time, he's got to be waiting by the door at least 9 days.
Yeah. Well, and then what got me was I didn't when I first watched it, I thought, man, his roommate is like really familiar, but I can't place it. And then I realized who it was.
Yes.
Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yeah.
I hadn't. It's Fuller from Home Alone.
Yeah, it's
rubber sheets.
I bet he loves that.
The movie totally holds up.
Buddy, the rubber sheets are packed.
Everything like that, you just have to chalk it up to the magic of Canada.
That's true. The entire country is magic.
Yeah. I saw something from one of the and this is going to make the story so lame, but it was an actor that is from Canada. He played some show that we've all watched here recently. I couldn't tell you what it was.
Ryan Reynolds.
What'd you say?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. But anyway, he was like,
Jackman.
He was telling a story about how he became that character. And he goes, I just asked the way any Canadian would. That's so funny.
Let's see. Jim Carrey, Mike Myers.
I don't remember.
Either of the Sutherlands.
Either of the Sutherlands.
Yeah. Kiefer, Donald, William Shatner, Will Arnett, Rachel McAdams.
Did you just Google famous Canadians?
I did. Is Nathan Fillion Canadian? That doesn't sound right. I don't know. Martin Short. That was the guy.
And he's got dual citizenship.
Eugene Levy.
Hollywood Reporter is reporting that the Brian Lee O'Malley is the one who's going to be doing it. He'll write and executive produce alongside the same group who did Umbrella Academy and Sci-Fi's Chucky TV series. They will, alongside showrunner for Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark, Ben David Gorinsky is going to run it. And so,
you guys remember reading those books in elementary school? Do you remember reading?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
I was thinking about. I was more of a Goosebumps guy.
Well, this was around that time too. So because I loved Goosebumps as well. But Are You Afraid of the Dark were these really creepy tales. And oh my gosh, the cover for that show looks exactly like what the book used to.
It's true.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
Yeah.
So apparently, Edgar Wright is also going to executive produce on it as well. So it should have some. Scott Pilgrim and the Sex Bomb. Oh, I love it. So, yeah,
very exciting.
Here's the thing, that, just based on just kind of the movie piece of it. I've never read the novels or anything, but just based on the movie piece of it, it seems like that is a great fit for Netflix anime style. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Did you ever watch Star Wars Visions, Nick?
Not all of them. Harper and I watched several of them together. And then she got distracted. So I would like to watch the rest of them. I just haven't. I think we made it all the way through the samurai one, which was my favorite up until that point. And so I don't think we have too many left, but I don't remember what happened. I don't know if we were up to date and then we just never got back to it, but it's on my list. I have a 3-day weekend this weekend. So my hope is to get caught up on some things.
Same anime studio that did Star Wars Visions is going to be doing this as well.
The thing I like about Star Wars Visions is like it's so different each time you watch it because it's a different, I guess, a different take on Star Wars universe. Like the Japanese samurai one was awesome.
It was.
You know, like Batman Ninja. Batman Ninja was just bananas.
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen Batman Ninja either, but I've heard it's awesome.
It's bananas in all the right way.
Yeah.
I mean,
the thing for me is like they're carrying around
Shogun Joker
samurai attire, and they're carrying around a sword, and they pulled the sword out of the hilt, and it's a lightsaber. Like, it's just it's awesome. It's so cool.
It was very cool. I think my only complaint about that is, we had the Animatrix way back when the Matrix came out.
Yes.
Halo had their, Halo Legends or whatever it was called. I like it when you get different takes on the same universe. And with the Star Wars ones, it didn't feel like it was all like in the same universe. It didn't seem, I think it was too disconnected for me.
I agree. And I think that might be why Harper kind of got bored with it, because it wasn't anything she had seen before. And for her, it's kind of like what I've learned about her is that if something has relevancy to something she's seen or wants to know about, she's good.
Yeah.
Like while we were watching Book of Boba Fett just a bit ago before she went to bed, she saw Camino again, and she had seen it in a previous episode. And I missed the scene. She's like, "What is that?" And I was telling her, she goes, "I want to watch that." I was like, "Oh, okay."
There was a movie.
Huh?
There was a movie about it.
I know. And she doesn't know that, but I said, well, it's episode 2 of Star Wars. We can watch that. So
that's going down a rabbit hole, really.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to a client or a potential client, I guess you say, at work today, and they walked by my office, and as you can imagine, there are several bat things hanging in my office right now. And he was telling me that basically him and his wife are basically on this quest now of every DC and every Marvel movie. And then he's like, now I'm getting into like looking at like Batman the animated series, and immediately I'm just like, yes, how can I help you? Like, let me tell you about the greatness that is Batman the animated series, and how don't skip Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is the best Batman movie ever made.
Ever.
Don't skip that. It was very interesting. And here's the thing.
When that came out,
we're all standing around, like we're all like 40-year-old people or whatever, standing around talking about Batman. Like,
that's the thing though. And like I've realized this, like as I've gotten older, I've realized that like what we're doing even with this podcast is what we would have done years ago. And the reason it hasn't changed is because it's still our love and it's still the things that we do. Like we're just more comfortable in sharing that with people, almost to a point of like nausea. Like when people ask me about Star Wars, I'm like, do you want the long answer or do you want the simple answer?
Right.
They just because they don't understand, like when you really love something nerdy like that, like there's just a rabbit hole you can go down, just like sports. I have to be very careful who I ask about sports, because it's like, do I want a 5-minute answer or do I want a 50-minute answer?
Sports ball.
Yeah.
Like, I have a Mega Man on my desk, and somebody asked me about it, and I was like, well, it could be a little figure that looks cool, or it could be a metaphor for learning life skills and using them to overcome larger obstacles down the road.
Which one would you like?
See, they kind of frown upon.
I don't know how long your lunch is.
They frown upon me when they ask about the helmets, and I'm like, well, in my other life I was a bounty hunter. Like they really frown upon that when I say that. So I have to kind of play it cool and be like, oh yeah, those are helmets from Star Wars.
Yeah. It's like, you ever seen Dog the Bounty Hunter? Yeah,
that's me.
I taught him.
That's me. Oh, we're talking about some nostalgia. Oh, the Halo 3 Xbox 360 servers are turned off forever.
As of today, right? Yeah.
As of today, there was an article, I saw something, I think it was on Reddit. A bunch of people were helping other people get like all these like random achievements that you're not going to be able to get after today.
Yeah.
And so they are turned off. We had so much good time in Halo 3.
We did. Those were really the best.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
And so I forgot. Here, thing up until now, I had completely forgotten about the population map that you could
Oh
see
yeah.
using the light map where people were playing Halo at any given time. And somebody had posted a screenshot where there was 1 million people online playing Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a picture online. It says population 0. Like,
So
It
did
hurt.
Xbox, because I wasn't playing those kinds of video games
Yeah.
back then. I might have been playing. Actually, I don't even think I was. But when the 360 came out and Halo came out, was that like the first major online platform for a console rather than like for a computer?
So if you wanted to play Halo 1 online, you basically had to hack it using a proxy like on your PC to make multiplayer work. It was
Mhm.
awesome. It was pre Xbox Live as we know it today.
Yeah.
It's basically the equivalent of how it used to be where you could do like dial up directly to somebody to play multiplayer.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Like that's what that was. It was so
See,
cool.
I feel like I just missed so much cool stuff back in the day, not being into video games really.
But when Halo 2 launched, they did launch Xbox Live around that time. And so that was, again, the previous generation. They did have it, but it really hit its stride with 3 and with the 360.
Yeah.
Because that was when they really got the matchmaking tuned in. That's when they got all the extra stuff that actually was fun tuned in, like the Forge mode and all that.
Forge.
The online co-op. Oh, man.
Yes, the things that should be in every Halo game.
Yeah.
Microsoft. At Microsoft.
I
at
still can't make myself
343.
play it.
I can't either. Like, I had fun in the multiplayer part of it. I cannot bring myself to play the campaign. I just can't do it.
I saw
I need my friends. I need to knockers.
Somebody has actually completed a legendary run of Infinite without without firing a gun. Like,
I like
only
it.
using. I mean, it's not as good as it sounds because they're still using like swords and hammers and stuff. But still,
that's cheating.
Still, never fires a gun, and he went through the whole campaign in like 4 hours. So it's still very impressive. But yeah, I haven't even. I need to.
It hurts me. It just does. I can't do it.
But 3 was great. We spent so many hours building levels, just writing terrible things to each other in blocks. Oh man, so much fun.
Those were the. I think 3. Honestly, I think 3 is when I met you. Probably. Originally.
I believe
with
so.
Church. I think that was original. Like, and the crazy thing is that was 15 years ago.
Don't tell me that.
We are old people.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Halo 3.
Older by the day.
I dig it. So long, Halo 3. I miss you.
So, we might be posting, if we can find them, some of the random screenshots that we took from the from that mode of Halo 3 over the course of the next week or so.
I do think, because we talked about it last week, I think we do need to get some like Halo 3 or whatever co-op stuff scheduled, like with groups or whatever, to do legendary runs or whatnot. Like, because I think I assume you can do that with Master Collection. Yeah,
the Master Chief Collection still plays, and in fact, not all the features of the old games are gone. It's just some of it, mostly the multiplayer.
You would play on your current Xbox though, right?
Yeah. Master Chief Collection, I believe, is still can do whatever you need to.
Xbox or PC.
Well, let me know.
Did they make the PC? They made the PC port for 3, right?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Because I met Sam playing Halo as well.
Halo 4.
Ran into the wall a couple of times and he'd say, "Are you all right?" Or I'd drop an F or an S or whatever, and he would go, "You all right?"
Good.
And I'd say, "Yep, just the flood got me."
Sassafras, folks.
Freaking flood, man.
Freaking flood.
Oh, the flood is dead, and so is the Xbox One. They ended all production for Xbox One consoles at the end of 2020. So I didn't realize we went a whole year and they didn't produce any Xbox One consoles.
Yeah.
And then
supposedly it's so they can focus on putting out the new consoles, which you also
if anybody wants a 360, I got one.
Yeah, which you still can't get. And here, so really, I'm seeing this evolution of things, which is now you can get those consoles if you're willing to buy a bundle. And they're trying to offload stuff that has, I don't want to say little value, but you're spending more because it's like, here's a console, but you have to buy an extra controller and you get a game and all this other stuff. And the game selection is okay, but it's not great, that kind of stuff. So they're just trying to increase their margins, I guess. Oh, but if Phil Spencer with Xbox has his way, he wants it to be banned across all platforms. I don't know how you accomplish this, but
Boo this man.
But
he
basically,
was just trying to talk about ways to make online gaming safer and more consistent, and that was just one of his suggestions. He was also suggesting, it's difficult to ban people across platforms, so maybe you could have like friends that they have a consistent identity across platforms, so you could have like a favorites list that goes with you.
Yeah.
So he wasn't completely talking about crazy stuff. Little crazy stuff.
Can you imagine if there was actually a cross-platform reputation system?
Yeah, right.
Like that would be challenging in many ways.
Extremely.
But would be, I mean, it's yeah. I get it.
It's really impossible.
I mean, really, it really is. Like, but that would be one thing. Like, if you did have like, if you're Noob Master 68 on PlayStation and Xbox, that it should ban you in both places. But what if Noob Master 68 is two different people on those platforms? Like, you'd have to do like some IP address validation and all kinds of like, yeah, there's many problems with this. So it would be interesting though.
Yeah.
Oh, in the land of the saltiness and whatever, huge changes are coming to Destiny 2 Master Armor Work and Weapons. This is very interesting to me. I am we are right in the middle of this, like the long dark season, because there's nothing to do right now except for hanging out with the horse and everything, which is fun.
You really need to enunciate that word a little bit better.
Horse? Whores? Like, I'll just make the sound. So, it is fun. And, for our good friend Barry's birthday, Bungie did announce that Star Horse is confirmed sticking around through 2022. So the horse is here for the entire year, which is great. But like, it's been this long season because Witch Queen comes out in about a month. Thank goodness, because we need something to do. But they're changing a lot of things with master working weapons, and there's remember like in the original Destiny, like if you wanted to upgrade a weapon to like you had to use it, you had to like really work and like do a bunch of kills with it and stuff like that. They are doing more weapon customization. They're bringing stuff back. There's a lot of things that they are changing that I won't go into and bore people who don't play Destiny, but they are continuing to tweak and tune this game in various ways. That is exciting. So we'll see what it looks like. I'm reserving judgment. I'm not going to be like, well, this is terrible, because I don't know if it's terrible yet. Something's going to break, and that's okay. So yeah,
I'll say it's terrible.
I think we're getting a sword that shoots.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm in.
Like, you son of a, I'm in.
Didn't they have a sword that did that?
Well, it's called the Glaive. It's a new kind of weapon. They do have caster swords.
What's the one where you swing it and it shoots something out? It's like a void sword.
There's Black. I think Black Talon does that.
That's
and
it. That's it.
That's an exotic, and then there's a legendary that does it as well.
Well, I guess
they are changing things like
Gallarhorn.
Oh yeah, you got to get your Gallarhorn. It's so much fun. They are changing things like part of the. So I read in this article, it said, when they did This Week of Bungie, and they said, in order to help your vault space, and I got real excited for half a second because I'm like, we're getting more vault space? Nope. They're like, no, we're making it cheaper to change elements on your armor so you don't have to carry 3 elements. I'm like, Now that being said, like that will free up some space in my vault, but like Barry and I have long said, I will pay you silver, which is the equivalent of real dollars, in Destiny for more vault space because this is ridiculous. I'm a hoarder. Like, don't you put your puritanical views on storage on me.
That's right.
Like,
I need my ramen coupons.
it's true. Ramen coupons. I have a sock, I think. A donut from last season. I have a used toothbrush.
Okay.
A ball of yarn, I think. A few other things. So, but they are changing some things. Yeah, changing up some things. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait for Witch Queen. It's going to be so freaking cool.
Mandy, long time no see. Hope all is well.
Hey, Mandy, do you recognize your husband yet? Do you realize who he? Do you recognize his face? She'll know what I'm talking about. Also, there's still yet to be a walrus in my yard, so whatever. These are all inside things that nobody has any idea what we're talking about, but that's okay. Okay.
When she flipped off of her bike and broke her collarbone, that'd be the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, no, we've been. Yeah, it was. I don't even know how we got on the. She called me for tech stuff. Got that sorted out, and then something I don't remember. And there's. I have no idea what you're talking about except for the walrus. I do understand this. Oh, I'll just remind everybody there. She sent one of those. I can't believe this was 10 years ago picture, and there was me and her as we were racing. You know, it was us or whatever. This was after a Wednesday nighter, and she says, "I'm gonna Photoshop Danny," which is her husband, into this picture. Except Danny's in the background of this picture.
Funny.
So, get your walrus off my lawn. That's right. So, all right, Mandy, it's always good to see you. How's that fancy new laptop thingy working for you? Is it everything you want? She bought one of the new like Surface, like super duper services.
Oh,
so
fancy.
Interesting. She says, "Okay, bye."
She goes, "Okay, bye."
Bye. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake will swap turn-based combat for God of War style action. I'm in.
It's the
apparently
rumor.
the God of War PC port's also pretty good. Like just based on some of the videos I've seen. So I like that change because I played Knights of the Old Republic and like there are certain games that are really fun with turn-based combat, but like in the Star Wars universe, like who wants to wait?
Yeah, I get that. Well, especially now that we've had now that we've had all these newer Star Wars games that have a really good feel for the lightsaber combat and for the force powers. Yeah. I mean, I'm not holding my breath for like a Force Unleashed type game, but you know,
that was so good.
That was a good game.
Right? Force Unleashed and Unleashed 2,
game.
So much fun.
But yeah, like anything with the, I guess technically that newer one, the
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. I don't know why I keep forgetting that name. I do because it's so generic. But
with the Joker
the combat was a lot of fun. Yeah. I think that'd be interesting.
I think the reason I liked Force not Force Awakens. Oh my gosh, Force Unleashed was because I played it on the Wii.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So like it was a whole lot more interactive to do things. So it was cool.
And then when he gets done, he's off the Wii and he's like, "Man, I need a drink," and he's just like, So interesting. It's gonna be fun. Like that with a remake with that kind of combat, I'm in 100%.
For sure.
I mean, I'm in no matter what, but yeah.
So Fortnite has returned to iPhone thanks to NVIDIA's gaming loophole. This is interesting to me. Later this month, using GeForce's Now cloud gaming service, so you can play Fortnite using NVIDIA Cloud, their NVIDIA GeForce Now. So it can be back there. Yeah. So
NVIDIA doing good work.
I guess so. They can't produce enough GPUs to save the world, but they are doing good work.
Just like just what every elementary kid needs.
More Fortnite.
Yeah, I'll admit that's not the best use of it, but I'm always excited to see, a workaround of that magnitude.
That's true. That is true. Okay, gang. Well, believe it or not, we got everything done in 59 minutes and 39 seconds. Nice. I'm excited. So, anything else exciting? I gave you the podcast recommendation. You told me not to watch the Dan Brown show.
Yep.
Cobra Kai is still awful.
I didn't say it was good. I just said you got to get through it. It gets better.
I didn't say it was good. It just gets better than episode 1.
And I'm gonna rewatch all the seasons. So just know that.
Yeah.
The
But here's
reason
the thing, like it was like season 1, like I really enjoyed it. And 2, also 3, like it for me, it's just gotten progressively worse for me. But I will at this point, I'm already 3 seasons in or whatever many seasons in, like I'm gonna have to finish it. But it's gonna be hey, what I've got 30 minutes. I'm gonna sit and eat a sandwich and watch a TV show. I'm gonna watch an episode of Cobra Kai. Like,
here's the thing. It takes it back to more of the differences of style from season 1 to now.
okay.
And what I mean by that is since they've combined, and at the end of last season, their plan was to work together. There are just things that happen that are hilarious. You can't even. It makes me wonder how much of it was just ad lib. Like they were like, just be crazy, and it explains things.
We've got Netflix money. We're fine.
Yeah. It explains what happens in a movie, and like it puts a different light on Karate Kid Part 3. And it's very interesting how they do that because it's not I watched that movie, all 3 of them religiously as a kid. Like would watch all 3 of them back to back to back, just like Star Wars.
And 3 is the one with Hilary Swank, right?
That's 4.
Is that 4? Okay.
Mm-hmm. 3 is the one where they've come back and Cobra Kai is still a dojo. He opens up a bonsai store. And then they bring in a ringer to whip him in a tournament, kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
And so it just shines a whole new light on that character, the Terry Silver character. It's not something that I ever thought I would see. Like it was, I don't know, it was cool.
I saw one article talking about, will Cobra Kai bring in Hilary Swank? Like they got Netflix money.
Nope. And you heard them say that answer.
So Nick has a prediction on this.
No, when Cav and I were at, what was that, Dallas or Denver? I don't know, one of the two. They were there. The cast of Cobra Kai were there, and somebody asked them about 4, and they're like, "What? There's not a 4th movie. Like they're not. They don't. They don't claim it."
Netflix at this point, that Netflix owns
and that's the only Karate Kid besides Will Smith's version with his son. That's the only version you can watch is her movie.
Yeah.
And it is, you want to talk about cheese. That's some cheese.
That's some cheese.
I appreciate the effort that they've been going through to recap those movies because I did watch them when I was younger. I just didn't watch them repeatedly. And it's been a very long time.
I really also like the fact that on satellite radio, I listen to MLB radio when I'm listening to satellite most times. Every so often I switch to the music. They have a Cobra Kai commercial on MLB radio. It's like, if you're not watching Cobra Kai, you need to be watching Cobra Kai on Netflix. Like, it's hysterical.
You started with that, and I immediately went to Ricky Bobby. If you're not watching Cobra Kai, then
finish that one.
Yeah.
Oh, gang. Well, this has been fun. This has been exciting. It's good to see everybody as always. Yeah. So I have to watch Real Steel.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I have to watch Real Steel. I'm going to watch Talladega Nights now as well.
Yes.
So
I will join you on that. Yeah.
Yep. I got to dig into Yellowstone. I'm about halfway through season 2. Got to keep going there. Good stuff. I got to clean up my office because it's a disaster. It's the camera is framed very specifically right now.
So is mine. I needed a narrow shot of Tatooine behind me. It's just a thing.
I'm keeping the Dutch tilt. I'm keeping the tilt, because I think it's fun. It's very 66 Batman-y. But yeah, no, everything that's not in frame is basically like boxes and stuff right now. Because so. Well, gang,
I don't hide my mess. You shouldn't hide yours.
I'm not hiding mine at all.
I don't know what planet you're on because I don't see the suns.
It's Tatooine.
No, I'll take your word for it.
That's Jabba's palace. Or
is it?
Boba Fett's palace.
Well, I'm very confused now. Is there a TV show I could watch that would explain that to me?
It's called The Book of Boba Fett, coming right at you on Disney Plus.
Oh man! All right, this is episode 188. 188, yeah, 188 of Gather the Nerds. I'm Cav. That's Nick.
See you guys.
And Sam.
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.
Love it. And I gotta watch Free Guy too. Also, we gotta do this. All right, gang. Have a good night. Bye bye.